Alright, time for another booster set prediction for Vanguard. This time for the V Clan Collection 5 and 6. The second wave of Reverse Clan Collection. Because why not? And like usual, because this is V we're talking about, there's a lot of remakes. And since this is Reverse Clan Collection we're talking about, there is still quite a good amount of reverse units that haven't been remade yet, along with some clans that don't have reversed units. So here, like usual, I'm going to be predicting likely cards that will show up in this set, especially the reverse units, as this is Reverse Clan Collection. Although this time I'm not going to be going over support units, because at this point, pretty much all the support units have already been remade, except for maybe a few archetypes. And considering the last clan collection gave us multiple boss units for some clans, I'm going to mainly put in the boss units. Maybe at most, I'll put in some of the support units if they go together with a specific boss unit, like the Legion cards. And also keep in mind one thing, everything that I predict will be in the 2011 series, because the previous clan collection did give us Legion units, so I do say that Legion era units will exist here, and maybe a few Legion stuff at the beginning of G, but that's about it. No G stuff, just everything from 2011 series. But in that, let's begin with, of course, United Sanctuary, and the first clan, Royal Paladin. Since Royals doesn't have a reversed unit, and there's already an existing one that hasn't been remade yet, it's actually reversed. And also a few Jewel Knight support just to complete the package, because why not? But if they make more boss units, one card they could always make is Pendragon for Sanctuary Guard. Just give them a second grade 3 or something. And one very specific card I really want to see is a new Alfred that can liberate the lock. Yes, they did remake Monarch Sanctuary Alfred without the Liberator name as a Royal Paladin, but we should get a new Royal Paladin Alfred that can liberate the lock to go up against Glendios, because Glendios is a cover card here. And give Aichi a new ultimate boss unit to save the world, because why not? Alright, to OTT. They don't have a reversed unit yet either, so there are two candidates, Tsukiyomi or Amaterasu. Those are just the best famous ones, so why not? Now, one OTT support I really would like to see is more Magus, because they haven't got their support for a while, so they should really get a new support wave. And then Shadow Paladin, we got Drag Ruler. Very specific, but one support card I really want to see, and it's just to parallel Blaster Blade Seeker, is a Blaster Dark Revenger. Because for some reason, we got a second form Blaster Blade in V, but not Blaster Dark. If they want more boss units, they could of course give us more Witch support, because they desperately need it. Or they could give us a new Phantom Blaster with the form of Phantom Blaster Abyss. Not as necessary as the other two, but considering that we already got a Ren card out of Drag Ruler, I think Witches should get it more. And then to Gold Paladin, no reverse unit for Gold Paladin, but I think the most fitting unit for a reverse unit is Azel. Because in the anime, we got the what if scenario with Takudo getting reversed, but that didn't end up happening. And having a Liberator reverse unit is kind of weird, considering that most of them are just Gold Paladin in name that are Royal Paladins. So let's just stick with them being Royal Paladins. But one very specific Gold Paladin unit that I really want to see, Prominence Glare along with the Regulation Aquavel. This is because after what they did to Percival with Prominence Core, they really need a new Bluish Flame card for the deck. And of course, it cannot interact with Percival at all. So if they really want the deck to be playable, they really need a new card for Bluish Flame, or surprise us by reversing it. And also, we cannot forget about Chrome Jailer Dragon to evolve the Spectral Duke, or it was originally supposed to be an evolved form of Spectral Duke, but they decided not to do that. For Angel Feathers, we got a reversed unit for Angel Feathers, so now most of the boss units have been remade. The only one, for some reason, is still Shamshile. But in that, there's not really much for Angel Feather at this point. Now, when it comes to Genesis, we are still missing Minerva, because they are making Regalias into a thing, and considering that we got Angelica in the previous two waves, we must evolve Angelica to Minerva to save the world. But in that, there's not really much left for Genesis. And now to Dragon Empire. First off to Kagero, we obviously need the Overlord the Rebirth. Supporting units, not really much for Overlord at this point. But for other boss units, we are still missing the Vortex Dragon unit with Whirlwind Dragon. And also, more Steel Dragon support would be nice with Blockade Inferno. For Nubatama, there's really nothing for Nubatama. You just have to make a new unit when it comes to Nubatama at this point. Especially they decided to choose Magatsu's Storm to become a Nubatama Kama instead of being originally Morikumo, and that being the reverse unit. And then when it comes to Tachikaze, we do got the new Spinal Driver reverse, or at least it looks like it. But one other big boss unit Tachikazes can include is Tyranno Legend, just for more ancient dragons. Why not? And then for Morikumo, at this point, pretty much new units. And then for Narukami, we still don't have a reverse unit, and existing one is Voin Saber reverse. Make it happen. But other boss units can be included, like a Dungri Unlimited, the Evolved Dungri, and if they want to further support Vermilion, give us Crimson. And then for Stargate, Nova Grapplers got the reverse unit, but one big boss unit that was missing is Ethics Buster Extreme, one of Kamui's biggest boss units during the Link Joker era. And then they can still make other stuff like Death Army Cosmo Lords if they want to. And one support that I really want to see is more hero support for Nova Grapplers, because they haven't got anything for years. And one other card, and this is for Shinamon, we're still missing the new form of God Hand Dragon. Everybody else in the Shinamon arc has Evolve units except for Rai for some reason. And then for Dimension Police, first it's been revealed that we're going to get Reverse Dayusha, which I predict was already going to happen. But another boss unit they can include is Great Dai Kaiser, which will include Shadow Kaiser, because Dai Kaiser with Shadow Kaiser makes Great Dai Kaiser. They could also remake New Era Beast Zeal for Zeal support. But one big unit that they're still missing for Dimension Police, for some reason they still haven't made any Enigmans, especially Enigman Storm. But whatever. And now to Link Joker, where we already got revealed of Glendios. A reverse unit that actually exists in Link Joker is Reverse Cradle, because Link Joker is reverse itself, but they have a reverse unit, but okay. And if they want to give us more basic Star Raiders, they could surprise us with Blaster, Joker, and Photon. But one deck that really needs support, especially this was introduced at the end of the 2011 era, was Don't Lean Deleter Oxys. Deleters really need something, so at least give them a new boss unit. And now to Megalonica. Bermuda is on the cover, but it's not a reverse unit, which is really weird considering that they didn't get a reverse unit last set. But they can still surprise us with a reverse Prism or a reverse Riviere. And then for Grand Blue, at this point everything big for Grand Blue has been remade, so it will just have to be a completely new boss unit for Grand Blue. And then Aqua Force, they have a reverse unit out of Maelstrom Reverse, but one unit that they haven't remade yet is Transcore Dragon. Now if they want to give us other stuff, for more Tetra Drive support we could get Tetra Burst Dragon with Spyros because Legion reasons. But one big unit I really want to see is a new form of Maelstrom to go up against Overlord. I always see Maelstrom as the polar opposite of Overlord, but Overlord gets a lot more forms than Maelstrom, so at least give us something to go up against some of the other forms. And now to Dark Zone. There's not really much for Spike Brothers, but we still got Skydriver if they want to go there, or Grateful Catapult. They're not like super famous or anything when it comes to Spike Brothers, but they are the ones I did remember back in the day. And then to Dark Irregulars, I predict everything is just gonna be Almon, since they literally just introduced Almon in the previous Reverse Clan collection, so of course we get Almon Reverse with some support. I really cannot see any Dark Irregular units other than maybe Dark Lord Abyss. And then to Pale Moon, at this point every boss unit has been remade for Pale Moon. The only one I can really think of left is Pharah, and that's not even a famous Pale Moon unit. And then for Gear Chronicle, we have to go with Steam Maidens. Chrono Jet or Chrono Fang Reverse will be really awkward considering that their decks revolve around Grade 4s. Especially they just reintroduced the Steam Maidens, and considering that the main boss unit is a Grade 3 that doesn't revolve around the stride mechanic of Gear Chronicles and V, it makes sense that they do the Steam Maiden Reverse. Chrono Jet and Chrono Fang can be reintroduced in a stride fusion based set, which might happen. I do see it likely happening as a theme. Finally to Zoo. First off, we got Mega Colony. Mega Colony does not have a reverse unit, and yet they have a lot of candidates for one. They have Giafra, they have Hercules. They could even do Master Beetle. It could be anything when it comes to Mega Colony. And most of their boss units have already been remade because Mega Colony was such an undersupported clan. And they also have so many different playstyles in V for some reason, with each set supporting a new different playstyle. It's really awkward. They're probably going to need to make a new boss unit for each different theme that they made. And then for Great Nature, we still don't have Leopold Reverse. Other boss units, at this point there's not really much. And then finally to the last clan, it's of course Neonectar. For some reason, they made Cecilia into a reverse unit even though they have an existing reverse unit of Maiden of Venus Trap Reverse. They haven't remade Maiden of Venus Trap Muse, which is the base form, which was never introduced before Venus Trap Reverse. But at this point, why not just make both of them in this set? They could even give us a new Arbros Dragon just for more support for Arbros Dragon. But not much for Neonectar. So that's it for my prediction for Clan Collection 5 and 6, or Reverse Clan Collection 2. What do you guys think of them? What other units would you include here? And I mean anything that is 2011 series and not anything from G. The only exception is Gear Chronicle, because Gear Chronicle was introduced in G, but they said that they're going to have a reverse unit for all the clans, so they have to pick something for Gear Chronicle. And I think Steam Maiden works the best with it. And now when it comes to clans that don't have a reverse unit, what units would you like to see reverse? I just gave you my list and what I see is very likely. But who knows, there might be other boss units that could be included. And also, after this year's clan collection, since we're pretty much done with 2011 series, do you guys think that we're going to get a G-based set for the next year? Mainly a Stride Fusion base, because the G-ones only got their first form other than the Tri-3, plus Kazuma. So will it be possible for us to get a Stride Fusion based theme for the next year? I would like that because I really like the Stride Fusions and there are some decks I really want more support for. And also, one more thing before I go. Do you guys think Glendios is going to get back its auto win condition? I really wish it does because I don't want it to lose its identity, but I really hope that it's not really consistent and it requires you to have a bunch of reverse units like how it was first introduced. And it's also a very fitting time considering that now all clans have the reverse units, so obviously you must have the big baddie himself. But on that, that's it for this, and see you all next time.